Audio check. Hello, everybody. I'm like halfway done to setting up. I want to show off my new ink, and then I'm gonna show you the bottle, and I'm gonna talk about it, and then I'm gonna go wash my hands again to make sure I don't have ink on it. And then I'll set up my drawing area, and then I'll start. Yeah, it's a sheep. I think we're good. Yeah, this is... I don't know how to pronounce it. Mega Cheese might know it. But it's the... I don't even know how to pronounce the product name. J. Herban Emerald of Chivor or something. I got it secondhand, so like there's like one fill taken out, but it's got actual like gold flakes in it, and it's really pretty, but it doesn't look really pretty in the bottle. I mean, the bottle's pretty. Bottle's pretty as heck, but you can't tell how pretty the ink is, at least on this camera. Basically, it's a really sparkly like blue-green with gold flakes in it that also has a sheen. You can kind of see the gold flakes a little bit in here. But anyways, it's pretty. But yeah, I got it cheap. And it just arrived. So I need to figure out what pen I'm gonna empty or clean or whatever. And then I can use this to maybe write some Christmas cards. Sooner rather than later. But for now, that's gonna sit right there. And I'm gonna double check and be like, yep, I think we're good. Don't think I got any ink on my hands. Ow. Hand, please. I did cut my nails and wash my nail polish off, but we're not gonna be doing that today. And yes, shrimps and bananas. I guess I could just leave this here. Tim just makes these dioramas. I need to start actually writing in my journal because I haven't. And this is actually the font thing that I need to do to make my own font, which is gonna be in the near-ish future as well. But I'm gonna go wash my hands again to make sure that I don't have like excess hand grease on them or something. I haven't like eaten recently or anything, but I want to make sure that my fingers are clean as possible. and then I'll come back and I'll move over the art stuff, and then we'll start doing that. So I'll be right back. All right. So we're good to go. Got our piece of paper, got our piece of paper, got our piece of paper. Got all of our pieces of paper. Stream Deck might need to move over a squinch. Come on, squinch over. Now I want to touch this, but I don't want to touch it. I want to like hit it with my arm, but I don't want to pick it up and get anything on myself. I just really, you know, it's one of those things, you just really don't want to fuck it up. With something as silly as, like, your sleeve being wet or having some oils on your finger or something. It's not okay. Come on. Come on. There we go. I think that's probably good. What old mucky art stuff? Nothing old and mucky about it. Yes, I will not forget the glove. There we go. Alright, also I need headphones. Also, thank you for the biddies, Haggis. You're old and mucky. I didn't say it. You said it. I can't stop yawning. Is everybody else awake? Because I'm not. Ugh, I need to tweet, Tim. This whole starting early thing really messes with my mojo. I can't even, like, my mouse is on the other side of the world. Oh, Tim, you didn't change the number of the stream. That's gonna fuck with my head when I try to highlight it. I didn't even tweet. Did I tweet yesterday? I feel like I didn't tweet yesterday, but it says 1 day ago. Alright, come on. You move over here so I can move my mouse for like a sec. Blame Twitch, yeah. Well, it didn't say the right one because I checked, and the stream yesterday was 4:23, and it was 4:23 on the stream for today. Yeah, I definitely didn't tweet yesterday. It says 1 day ago, but it says paint in Skyrim. And I was definitely not painting. I don't know. Alright. Update and close. Well, I updated it, Guido, so it should say 4:24 now. But when I checked it, it said 4:23. Yeah, I already updated it. So it should be fine. But when I go to highlight it, when you highlight it, it only shows you the first title and the first game that were tagged. Alright. We've got the erasers. We've got the pencil. We've got the erasers. Lots of erasers. I can't stop yawning. I might sharpen my pencil a little bit. So how's everybody today? What you up to? Headphones, stop touching my zipper. You are making annoying noises. I feel like I should work on the figures, but I don't want to end up just smudging them forever. And I don't know if I'm really warmed up enough to get to that yet. There you go, that's better. Oh my fucking god! I can only yawn forever. I'm not doing it on purpose, I swear. I'm apparently tired. I mean, Jess is tired. I'm allowed to be tired. Yeah. I do breathe really shallowly, like too shallowly, so that could be it. Although, that's a weird word, shallowly. I don't breathe enough. Today we watched the episode about the moon. Yeah, I'm having a hard time remembering any of the episodes in this season. I know I've seen this season, but I don't really remember any of them. Until I see them and then I'm like, oh, I kind of remember that maybe. But yeah, it was very like, I don't know. It just seemed very cheaty kind of episode. Very like, hey, look, this thing happened, but actually... Like, you know how a lot of like, fuck, I say like a lot. You know how, I've probably been watching too much YouTube. A lot of TV shows, like they'll have something happen and then the next week it's like nothing ever happened. There was that kind of feeling. It's like, hey, a thing happened, but actually it doesn't actually affect anything because reasons, and we just retconned the entire episode that we just did. It's like, what? Ow. I'm not clever enough to remember that kind of shit, but I believe it like a move. Also, today, I found out that they rebooted Charmed? And apparently everybody hates it, including the original cast and all of the fan base. So I don't know if it's any good or anything. I've never watched it. But I just was like, what? How have we not heard of that? Because Tim is into OG Charmed. So I was like, what? How have we not even heard? And then... when I was on Netflix today, I noticed there was a show called Reboot Something or Other, Who Gives a Shit. I think that's the entire title. And it's actually a reboot of Reboot, the show Reboot. But like with live people maybe also? And I was just like, and it's into like the second season or something too? And I'm like, how have I not heard of this? What the fuck? It was a weird day for Reboot and reboots. But yeah, apparently, like the actual cast and stuff. Not the cast so much as, but like the audio, like the big fan base, like the hardcore, like still super fan base of Charmed was like petitioning against them, like remaking it and stuff. Like that kind of bad. And it's like, what? Like, I fucking love Reboot. That was like that. Like, that was my jam. That was my fucking shit back in the day. Before Pixar, like when Pixar just had those short clips that they put on TV in between TV shows. Reboot was the jam. And then they made like the new seasons and they were a little bit weird, a little bit sexy, a little bit weird. But I was okay with those. I never watched all of them. I should go back and find them somewhere. And then they made like a movie and it was really bad and I never saw it. And then they made another movie and it was worse and I never saw it. And then apparently, yeah, they made a whole new thing. The great part, Brad, well, maybe not great, the bad part that Tim saw when he was like Googling it, because we were like, how have we never heard of this? Was apparently the executives and stuff were like, it's Charmed, but feminist. It's like a feminist Charmed. And everyone that like actually created and participated in Charmed was like, really? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, are you, what? Excuse me? So yeah, I just thought that was wild. And also, it's all filmed in Vancouver, which of course it is. It's filmed in Vancouver, but set in somewhere in the US. But not the same place as the last one, because I don't know why. This has been old news with Phedran. I don't know these things because I don't pay attention to anything. Like, I don't read news or anything. But how did it come? Oh, I was going through my YouTube like recommended videos basically. And because I was telling Tim basically my YouTube recommended videos have been really bad lately. And one of them was something, it looked like it had the picture from the new Charmed. And it had the Charmed logo and it had some other bullshit on it. And I was like, what is this? Like, is this some fan thing? And I Googled it and I was like, what? It's a real thing? Not just a fan thing? Yeah. Oh, I think it was like an abridged video or something somebody did. But yeah, I think it's really weird that we're getting like reboots of TV shows that are like less than a decade old, maybe a decade old. Oh yeah, well I literally said that like a move. But the thing is you don't have to film somewhere to set something somewhere, you know. Like if you've ever watched Psych, that's a classic example for me. It's set somewhere in the US. And all they do is they film everything in Vancouver. And then they do like flyover shots. There's like 3 flyover shots they use for like in between clips. And all those flyover shots are like, hey, look at this actual city that it's not filmed in. But yeah, just odd decisions by people. I mean, not really odd, like you say, money. But yeah, just kind of like, what? Just blew my mind. Just one of those moments where you're like, am I living in an alternate reality? Like, is this real? What's going on? Not because it's such a weird thing, just because it like, you know, it just completely escaped your attention and just suddenly exists. I feel like this is not lining up here. What's going on? I think it's more like that. A little more like this. That means it's this here and this here-ish. And this here-ish. I'm trying to like, I don't know what I'm trying to do anymore. That's pretty silly Lego move. Yikes, mega cheese. Like, in a perfect world, I would just be putting down exactly what needs to be drawn first time, just everything perfectly, like, zzz, 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 and be done, and just move across the entire picture. I've kind of given up on that. So now I'm just trying to, like, kind of figure out some of these spots and what's going on, and lay in some of the darker areas and some of the, like, specific kind of like noticeable areas, and even that I'm struggling with a little bit. And I remember that pencil can be erased, and that it's gonna take me more than just like fucking winging it and being done and it magically being perfect. I'm gonna have to actually fucking spend quite a few hours doing this, and I need to chill the fuck out and stop trying to be perfect the first time. But it would be so much nicer if I was. Did I say that my paints are supposed to show up tomorrow? My paints are supposed to show up tomorrow. Which means I might take a little detour tomorrow to play with my paints. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Bee-boo! Yeah, but like Da Vinci. That, you know, to give you the like an idea of the kind of perfectionist, anal retentive bullshit I've been trying to hold myself to the standard of my entire life. The closest thing I ever had to like somebody I thought of as like somebody who was really cool for a very long time. I don't think I've ever had like role models. Or like, I don't know. But my favorite people ever in history were Albert Einstein and Da Vinci. I was just like, yep, them. Really smart, really good art. I want to be that. I'll just be that. Easy peasy. I mean, when I was a kid, fucking Doogie Howser was like a big thing on TV. And it always used to kind of like make me feel bad about myself. Even though I knew it was like fake. It was like, oh, well, I'm failing at life, evidently. I can't do that, Brad. I would get grease on my fingers. Oh, but speaking of grease on glasses / fingers, one of the things that Tim and I did do during Cyber Monday was order some new glasses. So hopefully those should exist. They're not like a new prescription because I haven't gone to an optician. But if nothing else, it means that I'll have, like, they were cheap, not like really expensive. They're literally the exact same as what I've got, but one of them has like a blue light filter now. And we picked a lens that's slightly wider, like millimeters slightly wider. So it shouldn't pinch my head as much. And it means that I'll even if I go get new glasses and like a new prescription and like maybe, because I know sometimes when you get a new prescription, it can really fuck with your head for a while and like give you headaches. So even if I go get a new prescription, even if my eyes have changed, it means I still have a pair that I can go back to help me transition. But for now, until I can go get that done, or whenever they arrive, I should say, I'll have 2 new pairs of glasses because they had a sweet deal on. And like I say, I think maybe both of them might have a blue light filter thing on, which it should be super cool. Anything that helps. Not just with like fatigue and stuff and eye strain, but also, I don't know, just in general, being good on eyeballs. And got some little clip-on sunglasses. I think it's more like this kind of clip-on, not this kind of clip-on. Has anyone ever had those ones where it's like a spring-loaded, and it's got little teeths on each side? I don't think it's that drastic of a blue light filter, but that is a good question, Trindgard. I'll have to do some not scientific testing on that. Third round of tests. I don't know if I've ever had one of those phone test things ever in any of the countries or phones I've used. Yeah, if it's not gun or yellow lens, it's probably fine. Yeah, I think it's because they're meant to be glasses you wear all the time still. I think it's just like one of those things where it's in the lens coating or something. I don't know. You know, kind of like how you can have a lens coating. I like how I'm trying to like describe things with one hand for all these stories. You know, you get that lens coating for like driving at night, so it reduces the like glare of street lamps. So it's probably something like that where it's not a huge difference. But I haven't really I've had one pair of glasses and one pair of sunglasses that is not prescription. So it'll be nice to have, even if they're not great, some little clip-on sunglasses that I can wear with my glasses to protect my eyeballs. Some of the walks I go on are like the worst time of day and the sun is just directly. It's got that like, I'm saying like so much today. Straight into my eyeballs. That's what I'm trying to say. Straight into my eyeballs. Yeah. I know my mom was the same way. She always had to get anti-glare. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I'll see. If nothing else, I'll still have this pair. And apparently you can also just buy replacement lenses instead of replacement frames, which is the thing. Because these frames are fine. I mean, the paint's worn off them, but there's nothing wrong with them. It's more the the lenses that are poorly. Yeah, I mean, I have software on my phone and my tablet and the computer and stuff, or just programs, apps, settings, whatever, to reduce blue light. But even then, may as well. It's literally strapped to my face, so. Hey, JR. Well, it's a B pencil, Fedbot. Is that a Brion emote? Pretty sure that's a Brion emote. Yeah. For anyone that was concerned, I did reply to Brion yesterday. No, was it today? One of these days. I replied to Brion. I mentioned it yesterday. That's what I'm saying. It reminded me with the emote. Oh, is Fedbot flirting? Oh, God. That's terrifying. Did anybody ever, when I was in high school, it sounds like it's going a completely different direction than it is, but it's not. Well, kind of in a weird way. Do you know those, like, bot website things where you could, like, where you could program in different responses and, like, reactions to certain text? And, like, at least from what I remember and saw, people were making, like, anime character, like, fan bots. So you could, like, talk to, like, a certain anime character and they would have responses that, like, were in line with how they would act. That was totally, like, a phase, I remember, in some of the websites I went to for a while. I know some of y'all will be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get your animes out of my lawn. But it was just a weird kind of, like, just everybody had these little, it was like a website and you could go in and, like, basically kind of you had to train these bots by, like, talking to them. It's very strange. I was big into Gundam Wing at the time. So I remember, like, Gundam Wing chatbot things. It was kind of like Furbies, you know? Kind of like a grown-up version of Furbies, where you had to, like, talk to them to train them so that they would repeat back phrases that made more sense. That might have sounded like a very specifically dated reference, but I am a very specifically dated person, so what can I do? Not gonna lie, I had a Furby. I think I had 2 or 3. I don't know if I ever fucking played with them, but I did have Furbies purchased for me for holidays. I was that age. My sister had a Tickle Me Elmo. A lot of Sears catalog Christmases. Yeah, I don't think I ever played with my Furby like the right way. I never like taught it to speak or whatever they're supposed to do. I think I just was like, it's cute and fuzzy and it's in my room in a box. I was very big on not utilizing things because I didn't want to. No, I don't have a spider furb, but I can kind of imagine maybe what that looks like. In other news, Tim and I might actually leave the house together in a vehicle to go somewhere other than a hospital. We might go to an art store. Tim, when was the last time we left the house together? Because even then, other than that, the last time I walked to the grocery store was in like January or something. And other than that, Tim's gone to the hospital and that's about it. So, last Christmas? Is that what you're saying? February. Huh. Okay. So February is the last time we both left the house. So we haven't been... I don't think... It's one of those things where like I make a big deal out of it because it blows my fucking mind. Going from somebody who has a vehicle or transit or the ability to go anywhere whenever they fucking want to like never leaving the house at all. But like I feel like people just don't... Not specifically, I'm not saying the people in chat here. Oh, we went here. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we went there, had dinner, and went home again, is what you're saying. But I feel like if I said, like, oh, I haven't left the house since February, people would be like, yeah, but, you know, you probably, like, went, you know, like, shopping or to the grocery store or to the doctor or to the, you know, to the mall or to the movie theater. And it's like, no, I haven't been to the movie theater since 2015. I haven't been to the mall since last year, probably. The meal Tim is talking about, I don't even remember, but that must have been the only time. Yeah, Tim's been to the hospital and the car dealership. Not me. We order groceries online. Groceries are ordered online. Tim's prescriptions are delivered. We use Amazon. Yeah, Christmas last year, we went shopping once. So like one time someone came to our house, picked us up, took us to the mall. We shopped for like 2 or 3 hours and then we came home and that was it. Like that was the like entire mall experience for however many months since the last time before that we'd left the house. Yeah, like literally, yeah, everything is online. That's why I spend a lot of time on the website that shall not be named. But yeah, we don't spend a lot of money. We never leave the house. Lately, I've been walking around the block again, daily, except for like today when it was just pissing out all day. I recently started paying for Netflix, but until then, we just had like YouTube and whatever DVDs I bought secondhand. Amazon Prime, which up until recently had pretty much utter garbage on it anyways. Quality options, yeah! Hi, Millicent. Yes, Tim has been referred to a new specialist today, yay! So, maybe, I'm not going to go into details, but maybe he might fucking get to be able to get the things to make it so that we can leave the house together more often. Because reasons, and it's been like a year or something, and they haven't fucking done anything about it. Yeah. Basically, he might be able to get some new sticks that won't break his wrists more. And might be able to get a wheelchair so that we can actually, like, get a cab and go somewhere or something. One of these days. I remember last fall I was trying to get it so that we would be able to go out to a park together. And fall is over now, again, a year later, and we still haven't been able to go to a park to go for a walk together. Maybe next year? Oh yeah, back infusion would be good. Yeah. We currently have 2 broken wheelchairs in the house, but one of them might work, but the part for it is ridiculously expensive. And also needs a lot of work still to refurbish, basically, which is not great. And the other one, basically, if Tim tried to use it, he would probably break his back literally. So I can help maybe with wheelies, but it would have to be very delicate and very, very specific. I even bought gloves last year, like specifically like bicycling gloves with like all the padding on the like the hand and like the nice grippy things for like pushing, so that I would be physically, because that's the thing is I would have to, a part of the reason why I started walking as much as I did, other than to go to the grocery store, was so that I would be physically capable of pushing a wheelchair. These are the things you don't think of when you never leave the house, that you have to increase your strength so that you can be able to leave the house. So yeah, I'm a little scared about Saturday. And yes, we will be home in time for Minecraft. But hopefully I won't be car sick. Hopefully we will have fun, and hopefully the art store will be nice. I don't think a boosted board would really work with the like brick and pavement around here, honestly. But maybe. I mean, I've seen some pretty wild things. Hoverboard, yeah. Or a scooter, like I say. Fucking if golf carts and stuff like that weren't so fucking expensive, that would be a real option. I still think it's pretty ridiculous that like wheelchairs are more expensive than cars most of the time. One of those one wheel things with big rubber tires? Like a unicycle? Oh, monster truck. Yeah, monster truck. Just drive over anybody we don't like. We wouldn't get very far. I feel like a monster truck, I don't know. They might have very good shocks. You always see them like bouncing and jolting around though. I don't think that would be very good for Tim. I don't know if we really know anybody, honestly. Well, Tim probably knows lots of people. I don't know anybody. It's nowhere near done, but it's starting to kind of make a little bit of sense, sort of, maybe, not really, a little bit. You can kind of, you get where I'm going. It's going to take a shitload more work, but it's getting there. Cone. Sneef, sneef. I just realized Jess hasn't actually moved in the last hour. She's just a ball of sleepy, warm fluff. Yeah, we went from wheelchairs to monster trucks. I don't know how. Although Tim, have you ever talked to Tim? Because Tim knows a hell of a lot about cars. More than you might think. I think you two would get along famously. How big of an engine can a wheelchair take? Oh my god. That sounds like Mythbusters kind of stuff. It didn't, like, somebody in your family have something made out of something out of some factory they worked at? It sounded really impressive at the time, but I can't remember what it is. I can't hear you, Tim. I think Tim was talking to me in the hallway. Maybe. Ride 'em lawnmower. Yeah. That makes sense. What is this again?
It was made at the Rolls-Royce factory.
Okay.
By my grandfather.
Okay.
He used to work on the Merlin engine.
Okay. And this is, what is it?
It was basically all the cast-offs from the thing, so it was made to look like a piston head.
Oh, okay.
But basically it's an ashtray. But it was made out of the waste materials for the cast of the engines.
So waste materials from cast of the engines for Rolls-Royce.
Yes.
And it's an ashtray.
The Rolls-Royce factory.
What?
From the Rolls-Royce factory where they built the Merlin Spitfire engine.
Oh, okay. I don't know if they can hear you, but I'm pretty sure they can hear you. Let me just... Jess already fixed her own camera.
Okay.
But you see, I did remember it's like the
Yeah.
grandfather, and he made a thing, and it was at a thing, and he did a
Yeah.
thing at a place with a thing. I knew what I was talking about, sort of. Not really.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah. So,
Somewhere I've got a carburetor downstairs from RS 2000.
oh, can you help Jess and move her food over and maybe fill it up? Because she's going to knock her food over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ashtrays were very important to Rolls-Royce. Hi, Jess. What you doing? She's having a num-nums. You got any more car stories to tell while you're here?
I was trying to think what else I could show, but no, that is obviously a piece of family history.
I don't have any good car stories. All the cars I've driven in my life were like family cars, minivans.
I've always wanted to modify an electric wheelchair or scooter.
How much to ship you to Northern Ireland?
What, where?
Oh, to help us apparently make a ride-on lawnmower / wheelchair / something. I don't know.
It'd be far easier just to get a car. Because I could get a car.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. Well, we get to sit with Malcolm all Saturday, so we could go, car, adverse, the cheeky thing we yell. Yeah, might do the car persuasion. Christmas is coming.
Yeah, Christmas is coming. It's like winter.
Christmas is coming. The car is getting bad, apparently. It's a goose, normally. What car would we have, though?
The one that was really nice for you to sit in and good.
Yeah, no, that's a bit out of the range.
Okay, well, the one that you can get into and out of without hurting yourself, that would be the one.
Yeah.
You would be the one driving. You would have to get in and out of it.
I still can't believe my dad went and bought one.
Yeah, well, your dad's kind of a dink sometimes.
Sorry, Dad, if you...
He's not. I hope he's not.
No.
I don't think I would want your dad to ever actually listen to my content.
Oh, no, when Mum and Dad have heard you on Mondays, it's like, what was that in the background? What do you mean, apple pies? What she was... It's like, no, nothing. We'll just walk away now.
No.
Walk away. What if we got Fed a motorcycle and put Tim in a sidecar?
I don't think I could afford
The first pothole on the road
licensing.
would probably paralyse me.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Your spine's
problem.
real fucked.
Yeah, just a bit.
And you have an extra vertebrae, right?
Yes,
Plus it's
which
fucked.
causes a lot of pressure, which is why they can't do much. Otherwise, it'll go pop and fall apart.
You see, it's getting like recognizable, right?
Yes, it is.
Sort of. It's like I said, it's got a long ass way to go, but it's starting to get there.
Yeah, but you just don't fall over them, duh. Yeah, exactly. This is what I always used to say about seatbelts. When they first brought in the seatbelt law, it's like, well, why do I need to put a seatbelt on? I'm not going to get in a car and drive it. And to crash it, I'm going to get in and drive the car. I don't need a seatbelt.
How many stories have you told me about you speeding down country roads in whipping like rain and wind?
That was not my fault. It was rain and a rabbit jumped in front of my tyre. I was doing about 120 and that's miles per hour. And I spun around like a spinning top. It was awesome. It was like the James from Thomas the Tank Engine who got stuck on the turntable. I could have done with a plus Amiga button in the car, and I could have pressed it, and it could have had Amiga go wee.
Wouldn't it have been like 20 years too early?
Yeah, because that was about 22, 23 years ago. But it was, if Cone's still there, it was a March Turbo, if you've ever heard of one of them. It was basically a Nissan K11.
What was that car that guy was gonna sell you, and then your dad wouldn't let you buy it?
Oh, yeah, that was...
How old were you?
Well, which one? Because I've had so many now.
Okay,
The yellow one.
Yeah, the yellow one that he wouldn't let you buy. Or you bought and then you weren't allowed to buy or something.
No, as I say, I did have a Porsche Carrera from 1986 with a big plastic rubber spoiler on the back.
Yeah.
But the insurance was far too much for someone who was like 18 and just passed the test. So that had to go. And then I almost bought a fully kitted out Supra. No, it wasn't a Supra, it was a Mitsubishi. Oh, flip, what was it? I've got a picture of it somewhere, but he wanted cash really badly.
Yeah.
And it was a case of, I have cash, the car is so impractical, but it's got every mod on the planet on it.
It's right here in front of my face.
Oh, it's the Mitsubishi FTO with the 3.7 litre twin turbo.
One of the good Nissans they never brought stateside.
Did they never have the K11 over in the US?
I don't know.
Oh.
What was that one, that drifting car you like wanted to buy earlier this year?
Oh, yeah. It was not really a great drift car, but it was the Tofu.
Yeah, it's
It was the
Initial
Corolla.
D drift car. And they had one in...
The engine, it wanted new sills, it wanted new everything, but I thought as a...
Jess, that's my brush. Don't knock it over.
What did they have it for? 695 quid. But it was an engine rebuild. I think the head had gone on it. And then it was a case of 2 new sills and...
Well, you keep saying one of these years we're going to get a car and then you can tell me all this stuff.
The garage is full of...
Yeah,
wood.
but we can empty it. Or put it, like, up.
Yeah. But no, as I say...
Put it in front of Jess. She'll shred all the wood.
She walks past it every day. And then she goes up to the shed and shreds that. Oh, do you want out? Here you go. Door's open.
Oh, Jess.
Bye, Jess.
We were talking about you. You better come back, because it's real early for you.
Fluff, fluff.
Well, either that or let me sleep tonight, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I want an escargot and a midget. But yeah, it's a shame they never had the K11 over there, because it was such a well-built car. It really, really was. To the point that I crashed one at 120 miles an hour and it just dented the wing and cracked the headlight.
I'm trying to think. I think one of the vehicles I've driven was a Nissan. Nissan?
Didn't you have a 4x4 Nissan Doodle?
I didn't, but I drove it. It was like a low, small king cab something or other thing. Yeah. And that was,
Hey, Mad Gamer.
what you call it? With the stick.
Yeah.
What's that called?
Gear stick.
No, but what's it called? Not automatic. The opposite.
Manual.
Manual.
Yeah, it's just called a normal car.
Okay, not where I come from. Where I come from, everyone drives automatic, and nobody knows how to drive manual.
No.
So that was the point, is basically nobody in my family could drive it other than the one person who wasn't there. So I had to learn how to drive it, and I had to drive the other 2 people around, because they were like, I don't know how.
You have to specifically take an automatic test over here to drive an automatic, because you
What?
can't drive a manual. Well, because everyone drives a normal car. If you can drive, as JL says, a standard,
Yeah, see, it's the opposite.
You can drive anything, but...
I'm pretty sure they just, basically for me, from what I remember, basically you bring your car to the test and you drive it. And if you can't drive your car, then you don't pass the test. But I don't think there's a specific manual versus
over
automatic.
Here, you either take an automatic test, which only means you can drive an automatic, or if you take...
Standard, that's what I was thinking, not manual, standard.
Yeah, if you take a manual test, then you can drive anything. Nissan had a strange habit of selling a very different selection here.
Yeah, I don't...
Well, it's like Mazda. You've got really strange named Mazdas over there. And it's like, we have an MX-5 and you call it something really strange. MX-5, tiny little car that's a convertible.
Yeah, I don't know.
But not the other way around.
Millicent was agreeing. I don't know. Sorry, I said he. Pretty sure he. Not sure. Sorry in advance if I was wrong. What was that? There was something we learned today about cars. Oh, it was for the musical group with their word that they've reappropriated because it was named after... There was like a slang word that was named after a car.
If anyone's heard of the band The Antwoord, which translates to The Answer. They're an Afrikaans band from South Africa, but they use the word Zef. The word Zef actually comes from the Ford, sort of from late 50s, early 60s, the Ford Zephyr, which was actually a worldwide car, so Americans should have had a Ford Zephyr.
I don't know.
But it was a car in South Africa that used to get modded. And therefore, if you had a modded car and did various things with it, you were Zeph.
Yeah.
And that's where the word Zeph comes from, which is why the band Antwoord
They like
used the word
reappropriated
Zeph.
it
Yes.
and trying to like they've made it their own word instead of being like kind of a slur thing. They've made it like their own word.
Absolutely fascinating. So this has turned into the car show.
Well, I mean, you know.
Mind you, cone dodger means car, so...
It's better than me talking about my past and getting, you know, terrible places. I'm distracted. You're distracted.
Miata, that's it.
Miata?
But they're dropping that and going with the MX-5. Oh, well, that makes sense, because it's an MX-5. Why call it something different? It's like the Ford Taurus. Over here, it was a Ford Mondeo.
Hey, Omnirac.
Yeah.
I know there was one car somewhere in the world that, like... I don't remember. Now I'm mixing up my things. I was thinking of I think I watched a video and they talked about baby food and how it's got a baby on the picture. So a lot of countries won't, like they had to change the picture on the baby food container because they thought it had babies in it. But then I think the next clip was something about a car and it meant something like penis or something like small penis. And so everyone was like, yeah, we're not buying this car. It literally means small penis. We're not. No, that's dumb. Why would I buy that? But yeah, like just how there's different names in different countries for these things.
I'm an infection of car talk. Yeah, that's why I listen to you on YouTube. That is the person I listen to on YouTube with Doodrip.
With Kurt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does the F1
Cone?
and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, just... Yeah.
That would be Kurt, Cone, and Beef, probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes. All people we like.
Yes. Ah, the Pajero.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, something like that.
It's like over here we had the Vauxhall Nova, which Vauxhall went and spent something like $5 million advertising the Vauxhall Nova until they realised that in South America, Nova means no-go.
Oh.
So they completely wasted it, so they ended up with a European name for the car, which is a Corsa, and they ended up selling that as well, which eventually we lost Nova as well and got a Corsa.
There was something recent with like a video game company or something where... Was it like the Vita or something? No, it was something else. Where they had Yeah, Pinto.
Yeah,
that was it. Pinto,
Spanish.
small penis. See that one? I knew I wasn't. I knew exactly what I was talking about. But yeah, it's like, why would you buy a car that literally means small penis? Like, why? But no, there was some game company or something. They paid for some like soccer football, like. Thing on their like shirts, on their jerseys. Oh, I think it was Sega. I think it might have been Sega. And then it was basically some other country or something. It basically meant like playing with yourself or something stupid. So they were just like, oh, like, you know, everyone just made fun of it. You got to check this stuff out. Yeah, a horse in the US. Yeah, Pinto horse. Exactly. Well, that's like when I was in Korea. What was it? Gochujang is the hot kind of red pepper not bean paste, but red pepper paste that you put in like Korean food a lot of the time. And gochu meaning the pepper. It's also, basically it's a penis euphemism. So you talk about like a gochu and you're not talking about peppers. But I know like the thing is because they'll put like a side dish of peppers sometimes on like the table when you're drinking. So, like, then you end up making really lewd jokes about the side dish on the table.
Pinto, putting a new transmission often. Well, Ford, fix repair daily, found on road dead, Ford backwards, drives, return on foot.
You've got a couple of those.
Yeah. Yet to find a nice car.
Oh, see, now Tim's going to end up looking at cars again.
Ford, 4 wheels on the board.
Yeah, I never really had any of those
Which
kinds of
theoretically
things.
derives from the original Fords, because they were just literally 4 wheels and a piece of wood. And an engine. Yeah, found on road dead. It's like Volvo, very odd-looking vehicular object.
Holden? What's Holden for?
Holden is the Australian version of a Vauxhall.
Oh.
Bathurst and Holden's.
Well, I haven't even heard of most of the companies over here. Like, until I came
We don't
here.
really have any anymore. We've got Ford, we've got Vauxhall, which is for you General Motors.
Okay. Well, what's the
You've
other
heard
one?
of Nissan, Toyota?
No, the other one.
Other
Whenever
one?
you look at it like a parking lot, you're always like, oh, one of those, one of those, one of those. The ones you always say are not ones I recognize.
Well, no, because you see, in Europe we have a lot of smaller cars, whereas you see over in the Americas.
Yeah, but no,
you've got-
but like not Ford, not Nissan, like a company. I'm trying to think. Does it start with like a B or I don't know.
BMW.
No, I know.
Bentley?
No, I know those.
What on earth have we got over
I
here?
Google like cars.
Alpha, we've got
Yeah.
Dacia. There's a fun one. Fiat, fix it again tomorrow.
No, not that one. Yeah, that one. That's one of them.
Peugeot.
Yeah.
Renault, Peugeot and Citroën.
Yeah, no, those ones. I don't know those ones.
Yeah, the Peugeot Renault Citroën group. They're
Okay.
French.
Okay, I don't know those ones.
Yes. They're all from France. And Talbot used to be part of them as well. He's
I thought there was another one. Like a longer one. Longer name. But maybe I'm thinking of something else.
We have no Peugeot, Citroën or Renault. Don't you? What, at all? Seriously?
No, zero. That's what I'm saying. I've never heard of them until I came here.
At Dewdrop, I've got a friend, Tracy. She moved from Michigan to Washington State. She's now in, unfortunately, Utah. But she actually had a 406 in between, a Peugeot 406. In between, what did she have?
I mean, there's always people that import cars because you can have cars with
Yeah,
the
I
seat on the wrong
guess-
side, right? I've seen them.
Sold them for a very short amount of time in the 80s and 90s. Huh. Oh yeah, Opel. Opel you often hear in Europe because again
Oh,
that
and
is
Megamove.
Vauxhall General Motors.
Apparently, Colombo drove a Renault.
Colombo drove one. Oh, okay. It was probably a classic though.
Well, that's what he's saying is that's a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've only driven like... Oh, I had a... What was it? What's Windstar? What one was that one? No, I'm trying to think. Like, was it... I think it was a Ford Windstar. Like, teal minivan. That's the car I've driven the most.
I can't remember what Opel is in the UK. Yeah, Opel is Vauxhall General Motors, and then if you disappear off to Australia, you'll get Holden added on.
And what is it? Honda Civic? That's like the one with the most stolen parts. Because it's the one that's like the most, just like most common, most repaired, most stolen.
Maybe in America.
Right,
but
Cone. It's
over
so
here-
90s. I think it was a 92 Ford Windstar teal. Yes, absolutely. It was it was not my car. I never owned it, but that was our family car.
Skoda.
But yeah, I think
And Skoda's owned by Volkswagen. No?
I think Honda Civic is like the most stolen car like in North America. I'm trying to think of the car my friend had in high school because they had like 5 of the same one.
I used to have a Triumph Herald for a very short period of time because I was like, hey, look, I've got a car. Oh, Dad sold it. Oh, look, I've got another good Dad. Sold it. Cars didn't stay for long. Ford Escort. Yeah, the Ford Escort over here is probably slightly different because we used to have the Ford Escort XR3s. Very nickable cars.
I remember back in the day saying that back in the day whenever like we would go to the theater, I feel like one time out of 5 we would lock the keys in the car. By I say we, I mean my dad. But we still had you could basically put your hands on the window like that and push down. Like you had to like kind of jump down up and put your hands like that and push down, and then the window would go down a little bit, and then you could get a wire in and actually pull up the lock because it had the knob at the top. And then they stopped putting knobs on the top of the lock, so you couldn't like you can't do that anymore. I'm not teaching people how to break into cars.
No, I say years and years ago, people used to have a security system called Moss Security, and it was a case of you break the passenger side headlight and put liquid into it, and it shorts it out, and you can just get in and drive off.
Yeah. But like, yeah, that was the thing all the time, and now it's like you can't do that because cars don't have locks like that. You just can't.
The other trick was, especially with central lock-in, is to get a tennis ball, chop it in half,
Oh yeah,
put it over the keyhole, and whack it, and the pressure.
the air
actually opens
pressure.
it up.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh yeah, you go. how did we forget about the UK?
I remember, like, the first time I was in Europe was literally when smart cars were first released. And we were like, what the fuck? Because we saw them on the street. We're like, look, it's all there.
Actually, Guido, the tennis ball is not a myth because I've seen my father use it plenty of times. Works on Fords, or at least the Fords over here. You've got to have a good seal, which was basically you cut it in half with a good Stanley knife blade, lick your finger, roll it round, stick it in and pop.
That sounded really dirty. Just saying.
Just half a tennis ball.
Yeah, lick it, stick it in, pop.
It looks like a shoe.
What? Oh. I haven't seen any of the new ones.
They all look silly and tiny and small.
Well, I mean, that was the thing too, though. It was a bunch of friggin' Canadians coming to Europe for the first time and going, holy shit, all the roads are tiny. I would never want to drive here. It's terrifying. Then again, I come from Western Canada, which has the widest roads, as far as I understand, of like all of Canada. So
insert an airbag pillow and inflate it to the door a little more, then you can insert a hook. Huh.
don't know what you're talking about, Cone. We're talking about like super outdated stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s, 80s and 90s.
Well, yeah, 90s, I was going to say for me, but it's like Skyrim lockpicking. It's not going to teach anybody anything.
Trying to think if any of the car. The thing is, lad ended up with he basically said, "Oh, I'm getting a classic car," and I went, "Oh, a real classic?" He says, "Yeah, I'm getting a Ford Sierra," and I was like, "What? It's not a classic car," but apparently it is these days.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's
Yeah.
like, you can sell things as vintage that are from the 90s.
Oh no, it's ridiculous.
Like, are you kidding me right now?
But how on earth a Ford Sierra GLS 2 litre can be a classic, I've got no clue. But he's young and it's a car.
Nice wasted life.
Box on 4 wheels. MR2. Ooh, Toyota. The MR2s were quite nice. The older Celicas were nice as well. Then they went all funny. Mind you, they're bringing out the new Corolla and the new Celica next year, I think. Empty, please.
Florida. Wasn't Florida really cold yesterday?
Yeah, I was on a website called windy.com and I was looking at temperatures. I'm going, wow, Florida's like 14. That's degrees Celsius. And I'm thinking, for them, that's really cold.
Yeah, you went on like a world tour, though. You ended up looking at like all across the states, being like, wow.
Yeah, because I discovered there's a place actually called Eureka.
Yes, there is actually a place called Eureka. It's not just a television show.
Yeah, windy.com is a really good site.
Yeah, you were showing me that the storm is not a big deal.
Not yet, no. It's not really a thing.
The one here, anyways.
I've just got into the habit of trying to name them now.
Yeah.
Anything classic antique plays on here have restrictions on mileage per year. Have one of the Celica Supra. Ah, the Supras were a big heavy gas guzzler. It's like, I need fuel. Glug, 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 glug. Anyway, my back is killing me in this position. Are we almost at break time? Oh, 10 minutes away.
Yeah. You don't have to stand there, though.
Okay, and thank you for the car talk. It was fun. We suddenly turned your channel into cars.
Well, my channel was still drawing. I was still working.
Yeah, but a car might have gone down that mountain.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't actually know where this is, so I can't tell you.
Whistler?
I don't know.
I see a mountain like that and I just...
All right. I also was like, Whistler? That's like the only, I don't know.
Oh, hello. We have some French words.
French cars?
SH1T.
Oh. Froze here last night. Wow. Oh, okay.
It's killed in action. Well, Kia, I don't know about in the Americas, but Kia over here offer a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. No questions. You don't have to service it. But you have to service it. But you've got nothing to pay for it, apart from renewables like brake pads, exhaust, tyres. Everything else is all done under warranty. It makes them a great value car.
What's the thing too? Like here, they've got like restrictions and like laws about washing your car.
Oh yeah, it's not the same in the UK, but over here you have to have a spotless car when you go for your yearly MOT.
Yeah, which is also a thing. In Canada, as far as I know, that neither of those things exist. You don't have to wash your car and you don't have to have it checked.
Cone, do you not have like...
I'm talking about Canada.
Yeah, I know, but he's in the Americas. Do you not have like car checks, like yearly?
I think some places do.
Do you have a seal and do you have brake pads, and are your brake pads rusty or brake pads rusty? Brake pipes and suspension, and there isn't a buy. But oh yeah, yeah. I was listening to one of the tech companies was saying that they had to drop their extended warranty because they were told it was unfair on other American
companies because they couldn't compete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's ridiculous. I quite like buying things with a 5-year warranty, or my Noctuas that come with a 6 or 12-year warranty.
Yeah, Florida has none. Some states do. I know.
No
I think
safety or emissions test.
I think Virginia might be one of the ones that has some kind of checking. When I was there for like AGDQ, I think I remember talking about that.
Yeah, brake discs do rust. But...
I remember the one time I took the teal Ford Windstar to get brake something or other. What did I take it in for? I don't remember. The thing you're supposed to do. What's the thing you're supposed to do for cars? What's that thing that you do?
What?
I don't know.
I
I don't know either. I took it in for a thing.
Service?
No.
Oil change?
Oh, maybe. It could have been an oil change. It's probably an oil change. But I took it in and the guys there were like actually pissed off at me because I didn't know, but there was actually a like rat nest inside the engine. I didn't know there was a rat nest in the... I knew there was a rat that was sneaking in the car because the rat chewed through the fucking driver's seatbelt. So I had to replace... it's like, how do I replace a driver's seatbelt without driving without a seatbelt to go get a seatbelt? Like in Canada where shipping is exorbitantly expensive and you can't buy things online. So it's like I had to find a way to get a driver's seatbelt so I could replace my driver's seatbelt so that I could, But yeah, a rat chewed through... Yeah. The fucking driver's seatbelt and one of the other seatbelts and was living in the but they were so pissed off and I'm like, I didn't know.
But as Cohen says, they're lovely little places.
Exactly. It was lovely and warm. It was winter and they went yum yum yum. This is nice and warm.
Over in Ireland, any new car that reaches its 4th year has to have full emissions test and then a full body and mechanical check.
And it has to be washed.
And you have to have the underside absolutely spotless.
Well, not just the underside. They could do the whole thing, though.
Yes. So, and this is why in every little town you will see any bit of spare land with a load of people who wash cars.
Yeah, like everywhere there's car washes all over the place.
But no, as I say, once your car's reached 4 years, every year, every 12 months, you have to have a full 100% check. That is emissions, it's brake pipes, it's shock absorbers, any sort of rust on the underside, wheel arches, sills, petrol tank, any sort of very noisy rattles, anything loose, blah blah blah. It's getting stricter and stricter every single year. So for example, if you have a service light on, that's now an MOT failure. If your light bulb is funny, MOT failure.
Yeah, see, whereas like in Canada, you basically, if you have like a not just taillight, what's the other one? headlight or taillight out, like you'll get pulled over by the cops and you'll get a ticket or a warning.
Yeah, no,
That's
you'll get the same.
that's
here,
basically the difference. That's it. That's your check. It's like you don't have a headlight or a taillight on. Here's a ticket for you. But no, it's not like you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything.
Well, no, as I say, they'll not put you in cuffs, going. They'll just say your car is illegal to go on the road and your car will have to stay there until you pay for it to be fixed. Then it'll go through its MOT again and you get a nice little certificate to give you the okay for the next 12 months.
Well, it's like Japan is like really, really hard to get a license, right?
Yes, and Japan has very similar regulations to what we have here.
Yeah. And here is harder to get a license than like Canada, for example.
Depending on your area and the set of driving examiners, but...
Well, I mean, that's always... Okay, what from my understanding from Western BC, you just basically got to hope you don't go to one that fails you the first time on principle to get the money off of you. Because there's definitely ones where literally, like, you just don't go to those ones because they will fail you the first time regardless, just to make you do it a second time and pay twice. And you have to wait 9 months for getting a slot to take the test. Yeah.
Our test now has come under the fact that you now have to have the full knowledge to operate a satellite navigation system.
Which they're not going to be able to use anymore.
If, depending on how our Brexit deal goes, and we get the GPS satellite turned off, then people aren't going to be able to use it. It would still work, it's just it won't get live updates from the satellite.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
I've never used a GPS.
License here means you've got to do your theory tests first, which means you've got to pass all your highway code and road safety. Then you have to do your practical test, and then you now have to go play with a tyre and point out various things in the engine now.
Ooh.
So you have to say oil and water and
That's
stuff.
actually cool.
Germany and a few other places in Europe have done that for ages. And then you also now have to learn how to operate a satellite navigation system and drive safely.
Makes sense. But like for me, at least when I was doing it, you had to have your L first, which was a written test basically. And you could only drive with one other person in the car that was over 25 and had to be your relative, like could not be or like shouldn't be someone that's not related to you, I think. Something like that. And not between the hours of midnight and 5. And only a certain amount of hours a week kind of thing. And then after, it used to be like after 6 months or something. And now it's ridiculous. I don't even know. And then you could take your driving test to get your N license. And you had to have the L in your back window or on the back of your car. And then once you did the written, once you did the written test and then once you did all that time and once you did the driving test with the N, which you also would usually get failed for, and that was in your own vehicle, then you could only drive with like one other person in the car maybe or something. And yeah, I think one had to be related or couldn't be not. It's something about relation in there. I don't know why. I guess so you don't kill strangers. You only kill people you know. But yeah, like you could drive between midnight and 5, but same thing, 0 tolerance for blood alcohol and all that kind of stuff. But and then you had to take another license or another test to get your real license.
Yeah, I think over in the UK you end up with P plates now, which is a plate to say that you've passed your test. And over here you get an R plate, which restricts you for the first X amount of time to no more than 50 miles an hour.
I still technically only have an N license. I never took my final license because there was no point. It was just expensive and I didn't have the money.
Well, being on the island, you can live on provisional forever.
Yeah, you
So,
can. And
yeah.
because like I was in BC and then I went to Alberta and then I was in BC again. So in between there, I should have just been like normally they would have literally just given me a full license because it's like, oh, you've had your your learners and your N license for like this many years. So, and you've been driving, you should like there are times and places where they'll literally just upgrade you on the spot and they'll be like, yeah, you're good enough.
Oh, P plates are optional. Oh, interesting.
They would put me
Yeah.
in cuffs if they MOT'd my cars. Oh,
And so over here you have, as soon as you pass your test, you get an R plate and you're restricted to 50 miles an hour. And basically everybody avoids you.
you see Millicent about the guitar amp?
Yeah, and the guitar amp and the mouse. Ah, plus brake.
Hey, Brian. 26 years ago. Yeah, it wasn't quite that long ago for me, but it was getting there. Huh? What? 26?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Well, apparently it's break time. I don't feel like we got very far. We did, though. I mean, I did like kind of this area and this area, sort of.
And we talked about lots of different cars.
We did talk.
Lots of
We talked about cars and laws and not lawful things and small penises.
Oh yeah, the Pinto and the Fiat. Fix it again tomorrow. My license covers cars, trucks, blah 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 blah.
Brian helped out.
41. Huh. Young. Right, break time.
Yes, it is break
Everybody
time.
go stretch and have your water and a drink or something.
Yeah, I definitely need to have a stretch and a drink and go see if Jess is hanging around. Yeah, you need to stand up and not literally break your spine. Please. I'm gonna go on my break so that Tim can make loud noises about his pain. I'll be right back. I had to extra make sure my hands were dry after washing them. Last thing I want is to fuck this up just by like touching it. That button. Yeah. I'm gonna do this a little bit longer and then swap over to Skyrim. Oh my goodness. I would say I've done pretty well with being slightly distracted and still making progress. So how's everybody been? Anything exciting? Tasty? Relaxing? Yes. I think they also did. To help me not talk about things and to also just give me a background to kind of scribble and doodle a little faster than I probably would have and agonize a little bit less than I would have. So it's good. Like I say, I've said many times, this has got a lot more work to go, but I need to lay out the basic stuff before I can really get going on it. That's good wasted life. Yeah, Cone, that's almost as cheesy as, what was it? Tim was saying something. Basically, I was taking pictures yesterday on my walk because somebody had spilled like oil on the street and it actually just looked really cool. And I knew that people might think I was really weird. So if somebody came up to me, I was going to say that I was a painter and that I just was taking pictures because it was pretty. And like I said, I was going to say I was a painter because artist sounds really sketchy. And I was like, wait. Inadvertent, absolutely terrible puns. Hello, Malcolm. Yeah, I'm working on a thing. Ugh. Just kind of doing like I would say the first step, but it's like the second step. Sketchy. But yeah, I was like, oh no, I inadvertently punned really hard. I meant just like artist, you know, it just sounds like, I don't know. But yeah. Hey, Airman. I don't think I have any like really good tips. Just make stuff. That's my problem, is I sometimes get too wrapped up in like what I should make or what I should be practicing or what's the best thing to be doing, and it's like if I just make stuff, I'd be getting better already. As long as you're making stuff, I think you're doing all right. I had to mouse over to see what the actual emote code was. One day, I will have more than one emote, and it will be glorious. I mean, I know I technically have like 3 emotes, but it just feels weird to like paywall 2 of the emotes and have them not accessible to anybody. I'd rather come up with good ideas for emotes that I'll make later. Yeah, Jess's song. If only Jess was here. I did kind of briefly look for her on the break. But I think she's in the garage, actually. And it was too wet. I didn't want to go out there with my slippers. Yeah. The wink is not my emote. Yeah, no, I figured that one out. I did think that too, Brian, but I was just like, I don't know. All my ideas are either like too specific to like in jokes that are probably going to go out of style, or they're emotes that I would want everyone to have access to. Or they're just generic ideas and I, whatever. But same kind of thing where it's like, I don't know. I could get emotes, like more emotes made and just use them in those slots so I could use them, but I don't know. I do have one sub that's actually like a second tier sub, but I should ask Steph what he thinks. Steph, what should I do for these subs? The high sub slot tier emote things. I had emotes made like a year or 2 ago by one of the guys that worked on like Biomes Aplenty. But I'm not really... I think during that process he kind of figured out that he's better at like copying something than like designing something. And I'm not super like into them anymore, beside the fact that the cat that is in those emotes is not in this plane of existence anymore. Which is also a slight bummer related to some of the art I have to make merch with that I've never actually sold yet. I've been looking at possibly doing Streamlabs merch stuff, Brion. I've heard you've had good experiences with it. Was it you and Ryu, I think somebody said? That's had it or tried it or used it or something. Yeah, there's always Discord emotes. I think the problem too is like I would have to actually like fully conceptualize the ideas and either create them myself or pay someone to make them, and just making that step is difficult. Okay quality, get what you pay for. So the same as everybody else. Oh, well that kind of puts a slight damper on my what I had heard, which was relatively positive. But yeah, I don't know. I've spent years fighting with what to do for merch because I don't have the income or the audience to be able to do things like with like a mass purchase or anything, like buying stuff ahead of time and all that. Which I know is like the best way to get good quality. Am I doing this the opposite? I think I am. I mean, I made custom dice with Chessex That was pretty fucking rad. I'm still happy with those. But that's once again something if I wanted to like restock that, I would need to buy like 200-300 dice again. Yeah, Brian. I don't know if anyone knows anything about dice. I mean, the friggin' Chessex. It's not just custom dice. It's Chessex custom dice, which is like the best dice. Not the best for rolling. They're actually like really bad for like statistically. They're really bad for rolling, but they're really pretty. I don't even know if I have 96 left. Is that how many you would need for your orcs? Where am I even? I feel like I'm losing where I am. Like that's like there, so this should be like this area here, kind of. Maybe? Which means that's like that. And then this area should be kind of lighter. Kind of down this way. Let's just kind of fill in some of these big spots. No, you need more like 120, yeah. But I always thought that was at least a pretty clever, cool kind of like custom merch thing. I don't keep up with like anything anymore, so I don't know if anyone else has done it yet, but I thought it was a good idea. Thanks for the biddies, Brad. Very much appreciated. Still don't entirely understand the whole thing Tim was saying about like the euro and pound and Twitch and what all is going on with that, but we shall see, I guess, how that all works out. Temporary tattoos? Yeah, that was... I have a list somewhere. Temporary tattoos was definitely on there. I don't think it's that hard. Unless you've done a lot of research and I'm totally fucking wrong. But I'm pretty sure I found a lot of places where that was totally a reasonable thing to do. You just had to buy it in bulk. Obviously. Lanyards was definitely something I wanted to do, but getting good quality ones is not the cheapest thing in the world. Once again, it's one of those things where it's like, if I had, you know, a slightly, and by slightly I mean like quadruple the amount of like viewers and all that stuff, then maybe I could expect to be able to get my money back on that, like be able to sell them, but not something I can just dump a couple $100s into and be okay with budget-wise. I have a couple ideas that I still want to do, but I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever get done. But yeah, I know everybody likes shirts and stuff. It's like, I don't know, one of the least necessary items in most people's closets. So you really got to think of like things people would like and want and use. Oh, yeah, merch integration. I don't know about that. Yeah, and that's really why I was interested in using Streamlabs, because when I was looking in the last couple months, when I was looking at options for merch, the fact that they used Printful, it was like, oh, like I was literally looking at like using Printful, possibly. I don't entirely know how it works. I needed more research on that, but I think I was looking at like Designed by Humans. more than anything the last time I looked. The thing too, though, one of the problems when I look at like these t-shirt and printing stores is they kind of need to have purple. And actually having purple shirts is not that common. having purple shirts in men's and women's, and having like larger than 2XL in men's and women's. And like just it's really nice now that they don't have, like it used to be before where everybody only did like the 10 color printing, which was the worst. That's nice that that's not a thing anymore. But like that's how long I've been like trying to research and like try to find like a merch option that worked out for me. But oh, so you're saying I should like bombard you with ideas? Is that what you're saying, Brion? Right? Exactly, Lomion. Well, like, remind me, Brion, and I can just spew all of my thoughts at you. But yeah, having purple shirts is kind of a prerequisite for me, and a lot of places don't have it. Well, and that's the thing, like, I think Design by Humans does. From what I understand, Redbubble may or may not be horrible human beings, may just be corporate bullshit, who knows, but I know they've got a lot of art theft on there. Society 6 is more like on the artsy end of the spectrum and not really, I don't know. I would do Society 6 maybe for like my own art stuff, but less for my branded stuff. I don't know. Teespring. There is TeePublic. I did talk to Kurt about who he uses. And that's another one of the big problems I have is, yeah, Teespring is basically, you know, one of these. That's what Teespring is. But yeah, one of the big problems for me as well is international shipping or having like a shop on both ends of the pond, which I've spent days and days trying to figure out. Like, I don't know if this just speaks to how useless I am at making decisions or research or what, but I've spent a very long time trying to find a merch option that I was satisfied with, like being like, yeah, I'm satisfied with trusting these people with my brand and letting them represent me and like telling people I know and am friends with to spend money there. Like I have not had that opportunity anywhere where it's like, yep, 100%, I'm cool with that. Like usually it's like, oh, like they don't have the sizes, they don't have colors, or their quality is bad, or their shipping is bad, or the shipping's the same cost as the product, or, you know, like just something like that. There's always something. Yeah, oh, that's no good. Because they ticked a lot of boxes for me too. That's what I mean. It's like I hadn't done like 100% like deep dive on whether or not like where the quality was and the customer service and stuff. But like as far as on paper, they ticked a lot of boxes. They had the sizes, they've got the colors, you know. They catered to like a smaller audience instead of just catering to like the entire internet. And from what I know too, apparently there's like something for Twitch partners where they can do something with Amazon something or other. I don't know how that works, but I know that's something with Printful too, where you can actually like basically get your products on Amazon through some system with that. I remember back in the day when Cafe Press was like the only dog in town. One of the only dogs in town. So, I mean, like, I shouldn't really be complaining as much as I am, I guess, because this is literally the future, but it's a future I'm not okay with. It's not good enough for me. I'm picky. Yeah, the only shirts I've ever bought were through Teespring. I ran 2 Teespring campaigns a long ass time ago. The first one, the shirts are just... I know it's pretty much expected, but the print on the shirt is basically just destroyed beyond comfort or use, or looking like not hot garbage. And the second time I ran a campaign, I set everything up, and I was like, all right, I'm going to launch it at this point. And I launched it, and literally when I launched it, they didn't have the size of shirt that I needed to buy, in purple specifically. But it's like, why? Like, why was there nowhere in that, like, process that told me, hey, you're about to launch this. FYI, there's no sizes of these colors. But it's like, I'm the one running this campaign. I want to buy my own shirt, and I can't buy my own shirt because they don't have it. Like, they do not have my size. And I got in touch with the customer support, and they were like, we don't give any fucks. And I'm like, well, like, why did I fucking bother? Like, why did I run the campaign at all? And I was just so mad about it, I never ran the campaign again. Their stuff is just okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like just okay is about the best I can fucking expect. One customer review. This shirt is the best shirt I have ever used. Our man! It's our man! Fantastic material, and the sheer look is just astounding. Would not trade it for anything. I love the colors, such vivid and sparkly. I recommend it to everyone young and old. Oh, sorry, old and young. Amazon International still isn't available. Yeah, that's... that whole conversation, like, not even just with the merch, but like with the bits and all that system, I still don't entirely understand how it's like Twitch is struggling to figure out how, like, paying systems and international currencies work. Amazon? Twitch? Amazon? I don't know. Yeah, I know, Brian, but, like, I don't know. Yeah. The shirts they use are definitely quality. Like, the shirt fabric, quality, they're good. The ones I've received, and that's what I mean. Like, I've only ever bought, like, 2 shirts, and they were with Teespring, and it's like, yeah, they're good shirts. The shirt itself is good. It would be nice to be able to get a shirt done and not have it be destroyed after, like, 3 washes. Oh yeah, Fed meds. Taking them. I'm talking too much. My throat hurts a lot. Hurts is an overstatement. I'm croaky and it's making me uncomfortable. I'm not in severe pain yet. I'm just croaky and uncomfortable. I can tell that my oropharynx is going to be pissed. I'm not karaoke, although I'm still pissed about that whole weird... I feel like I'm pissed about a lot of things. I just love how they're like, hey, this thing, it's like against terms of service until we make a product for it, and now you're allowed to do it. It just seems so silly. I wish I could sing. If I could sing, I'd probably be less pissed off. The fact that I, like, physically can't actually really sing anymore probably makes me extra bitter about it. No, I mean, like, physically. Like, physically singing causes me pain and, like, lasting damage. Speaking causes me pain and lasting damage, but what can you do? It's, like, how I make my living, sort of, kind of. But, yeah. I love singing. I fucking love, or I used to love singing. The last time I sang was last year at Christmas. I did a bit of singing while I was baking, and I shouldn't have. The time before that was probably 3 or 4 years ago before that. But no, I love singing, and I used to love also dancing, even though I could not. I enjoyed moving my body and just having fun. Now I'm happy if I can get a good night's sleep and not be in pain going up and down the stairs, or getting out of bed, or sitting on the toilet. Cone, be good to your voice, because once you fucked it, it's fucked for like ever. The thing is, I know I say stuff like that, but most people probably wouldn't get their voice destroyed like mine. Most people would probably heal. Eventually. What do they call it? Vocal trauma now? They don't call it like abuse. It's trauma. From what I understand, I mean, mine basically, it was just one event. But there was previous things that led up to it that didn't help. Like childhood things. Mostly medications. It's a topic I shouldn't talk about. When I get into these flow states, my mouth just keeps going, even though it shouldn't. Too late? Oh no. I feel like we should talk about it, because, you know, it would be nice to talk to somebody else who knows those feels, but also it would probably be a bad idea, because I'd probably cry a lot. Yeah, I'm sorry, JR. Poor JR. Keep triggering JR every day. And I didn't mean that to be like, that was empathetically meant as like an actual I'm sorry, not a me pointing you out and being like, eh. Oh, Brian. Yeah, from what I understand, I had some photos looked at by a vocal coach that is pretty much knows what she's talking about. And from what I understand, I'm lucky to be able to speak at all. Like, I shouldn't be able to speak the way my throat looks. Like, it's, even on a good day, my throat is like fucked. Like super, and not in the good way, just like really bad. But like, I have a history of asthma, which apparently was not asthma, but I was treated for asthma, and I was given a lot of medications and a lot of steroids as a child, like a lot of steroids. They were just sprayed onto the back of my throat. And I also did singing competitions as a child, which I couldn't sing then, but they put me into singing classes to basically make it so I could breathe better. Because when I was a child, I couldn't, like, I would say a sentence and I would be like, and then I'd be like, and I would have to like take a breath every 2 or 3 words. Because I'm not talking about running. I'm talking about like just standing still, calmly trying to have a sentence. And I couldn't speak, like I could not speak. So I went into singing lessons and I went to swimming lessons, which is like, are you fucking kidding me? I have lung problems and you put me into singing lessons and swimming. And I did a wind instrument in high school and elementary school. So I played the fucking clarinet and alto saxophone and did swimming lessons and did singing lessons with a fucking opera singer. Never mind. But yeah, anyways, so I did singing competitions. They were always held in the spring when everyone gets sick. And to be able to participate in these folk song singing competitions, I should say, not just singing, folk song singing competitions, I would get these spray things that would numb my throat so that I could sing without being in pain and itchy, and just sing through the pain and make everything worse and just shred my throat. Also, there was that one time where my dad force-fed me Fisherman's Friends until I was like basically puking and crying. And I've never got over that. But apparently Fisherman's Friends are not super great for children. These are like not the worst things in my life, but they're some of the worst things for my throat. If you know those like little machines with those little masks and the little thing with liquid in it, I had one of those at home for my asthma, which I'm pretty sure I actually don't have, because I've learned a lot about my health in the last 3 years. And apparently, like, everything that I've been told I have, they were wrong about. Yeah, nebulizer. Yeah, I had one of those at home. Everything I've been told I have, I don't probably have. And I actually have this, like, huge fucking laundry list of things that nobody's ever noticed. So that's kind of weird. Like, apparently, this is one of those things I'm flailing my hands around. If you know anything about art, well, if you know some things about art, the thing with hands is there's certain like measurements you can do. And apparently your pinky is supposed to come to here. And that might not seem like weird at all. But apparently short pinkies and short pinky toes are a common sign for certain medical things. And apparently even like trainee nurses know this shit. But nobody noticed that my entire life until literally 3 years ago. Yeah, I don't entirely understand the lung thing fully, because I would have to actually go get like a scan done that I can't currently go get done. But from what I understand, I think I actually just have malformed lungs. Like, but yeah, my pinky fingers are short and my pinky toes are short. So like my whole life too, gloves never fit. If like they don't, the gloves never fit. And I always thought that was just the gloves were bad. But also, all of my shoes, no matter how often I tried to like cut my nails or something, I would always get shamed by people because they said that I didn't cut my toenails enough, and that's why my pinky toe would cut through my shoe, like literally cut a hole in my shoe. And the problem wasn't my pinky toes. It wasn't me not cutting my nails. It wasn't like that I had raptor toenails. It's because the end of the shoe is only made for like this much of the foot. And if you have a really short pinky toe, it just goes, hey, look at this like really unprotected thin fabric, and cuts through it. So like all my shoes have a hole right here where my pinky toe is. But yeah, apparently, I think for me that was an osteochondritis thing. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I think that's also related to the fact that I have a hole in the back of my left kneecap, and probably have holes in other joints as well. I'm trying to think of the other thing. Oh, I'm also like flexible more than I should be, which also fucks up my joints more than it should. But apparently, like, the joints being fucked up, and, like, the holes in the joints, and the, like, fingers being too short, and the lungs being not formed right, probably all happened before I was born. So, it's like, it happened when I was either, like, inside my mom, or, like, an infant. So it's like, I didn't really have any control over that shit. Like, don't panic, Brad. I mean, I'm not saying that's a thing for you, but like for me, like they say, it's one of those things that can mean something, and it's something that nobody ever picked up on for me, and it's literally a thing. It is a thing for me. Like it is a thing. Excuse me. But yeah, like so, from what I understand, my lungs are just fucked up, but I don't know that until I actually get like a scan. But the way basically all of my history of lung issues and lung infections and all that stuff, most of it can basically be tracked down to, oh, did you know all those hormones? Hormones? Anonymous Gifter gave Cone Dodger a tier 1 sub. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter. Enjoy your Phedran emote. That's literally, it's just Phedra N. That is cute though, that little ghosty. I've never seen that before. That's super cute. But the only reason I don't think I have asthma now is because I described, like, basically we went through like my whole health history to try and like figure out what the fuck was going on. To figure out like what is this and what is that and how does this all fit together kind of thing. And I described like all of my history and symptoms and issues that I had. And Tim specifically was like, yeah, that's not asthma. Those are not asthma symptoms. That's not what asthma does. That's not how asthma works. So that's also how I found out that I have tinnitus or whatever. I didn't know that that was a thing I had. I just thought that was normal. I mean, it's kind of how I didn't find out that I needed glasses until like grade 10. I just thought everybody else had really good eyesight. Like, basically all my health problems, well, most of my health problems, I thought, like, I'm the norm, and everybody else is just better. Like, everybody's stronger, healthier, less lazy than I am, you know, like, they're just way better, and I need to try harder to reach them. And then I find out, like, no, this is normal. I'm, like, over here somewhere, and I've been busting my ass and literally making all of my symptoms and pain and problems way the fuck worse, trying to reach that, like trying to be like, I'm normal, I can keep up with normal people. So yeah, remember that thing about not talking about it? I'm not very good at that. What was really fun, well, not for me, Brianne, usually. I'm gonna be in pain and probably not fall asleep tonight, and I'll also probably be suffering tomorrow. But maybe not the talking part, but the getting it out of my body part might help. I don't know. I know it causes me pain. I know talking, like, one of my biggest problems is not only does talking cause me physical pain to my throat, like talking about stressful topics or triggers of mine, or my history, or my health, or anything basically. But when I trigger like stress hormones and stuff, basically, I have like very overactive. I don't know like the medical scientific bullshit behind this, but like my stress hormones are super fucking overactive. And when I set myself off with stress hormones, like that can cause like physical bodily pain. And also it can trigger like a nerve pain reaction in my throat. So it's not just my throat. It's not just like the inside of my throat, like the part that I use to talk. It's like my entire throat will tense up like, like, have you ever felt a guinea pig? This may seem strange, but like guinea pigs are like all like just like they're a hard rock of muscle. That's what my throat will do. It'll just like just fully tensed up. I have no control over, like, just rock hard, you know, and like so then that stress and like tightness will cause like back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, headaches, eye strain, all that kind of stuff, you know. Yes, exactly, Cone. I part of the problem with finding out that I wasn't actually asthmatic wasn't the fact that I think I'm not asthmatic. But also the fact that like I also identified as a lot of that. Like it wasn't like I am asthmatic and that is me, but it's like when someone tells you that something that has affected you your whole life and has like been a huge part of who you are and what you can or can't do, and then they tell you, yeah, you don't actually have that. That really fucks you up. And then also then they tell you you've got all this other shit, and that limits like all of the decisions you can make for the rest of your life. That also fucks with you. And that's basically been the last couple years for me. Is trying to figure out what the fuck is going up with my body and how to deal. We talked about this yesterday, Brianne. Sorry. Usually Haggis says horse dick when I'm going off on these kind of rambles and triggering myself because it reminds me that I should not be talking about these things and I'm causing myself more pain. As the quote says, horse dick is my safe word. Yes. Also, it's almost 9 p.m. and I have not accomplished very much on this. I've done a lot of hand flailing and a lot of talking. And a lot of chasing people away. Hi, Haggis. Sorry. And then somehow we end up talking about, like, dragon dildos. I don't know. It just happens. But yes, Cone, if you ever want to talk about shitty health stuff or not shitty health stuff, you can just... I think you know where to find me, probably. We've talked before. I exist. Something I, like, question, too, sometimes. Because, like, I know there's people that, like, I haven't heard from in years. And it's like, I still have the same email. I haven't gone anywhere. I still technically do have Facebook, even though I don't use it. Are we chickens, Haggis? I didn't know we were chickens. Cooping up. Sorry, I read it as cooping. I do love chickens. They're fluffy and cute. And dumb and smelly, but they're fluffy and cute. Yeah. I had silky chickens when I was a kid. Me and my sister had silky chickens as like pet chickens. If you Google silky chicken, be careful because there might be like chicken carcasses. But if you Google like silky chicken with like family friendly filter on or something, they're super fluffy and super cute. I mean, they were technically also supposed to lay eggs, but even though they were all supposed to be female, they ended up like all being roosters. So they mostly just ended up like we would just pick them up and pet them because they were really fluffy. And then eventually we ate them. I'm going to pretend to get some art done in the next 8 minutes. Not that I mean, I did do work. We definitely did work today, but like I kind of was hoping I could like at least finishing in this in. I said finish a lot of times. But yeah, I'm sorry, Cone, if I also triggered you. Because I kind of get wound up about this stuff sometimes. Them horse dicks, though. Dutch bunnies. Are they very fluffy? Do they have big floppy ears? I don't actually know different types of bunnies. My mom had a bunny at one point. It was called Commander Bun Bun. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm the whole package. I've got a history of mental health problems, family abuse, job abuse, relationship abuse, physical health problems, shitty like school system. I don't have all of it, but I got a lot of it. So if there's like weird topics that are like scary to talk about, I probably got it. Which, like I said, sorry also about possibly triggering people, because sometimes I get overzealous and just kind of wound up about this stuff. And this is where I go into, like, this is part of my, I wouldn't say coping mechanism, but this is definitely one of my defense mechanisms, where I tell the most shocking stories, or not the most shocking stories, but I tell shocking stories from my life to try to make it seem like it's not a big deal, or to just like shock people. But like, I don't, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's definitely something I do, where I'll tell stories about my life to shock people, but it's kind of like a way for me to hide behind it, you know? If that makes sense. So, like, I'm not doing it to try and make anybody feel bad or trigger anybody. But it's something I do sometimes, and it's a thing. I mean, I didn't make it up as my safe word. It just happened. It's supposed to be, I think the point was that it just was shocking in its own way, and kind of like abrupt and very obvious. Oh, you meant in like real sexual situations, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I will just say that horses can't clean their own dick. You got to do it for them. And they can get real crusty. I've never done it, but I've seen it done. And I don't think the horse enjoyed it. I think the horse was pretty pissed off, actually. Poor old Twister. Oh no. It's not a safe word. Oh no, Cone Dodger. Oh wait, yeah, you linked bunnies, right? Let me look at the bunnies. Oh, it's a bunny. Yeah, the bunny my mom had was actually like really close to like my favorite bunny in Minecraft, the kind of fuzzy gray brown one with like the ombre effect. She was like that, but we called her Commander Bun Bun. I don't actually remember what her real name was. I also had guinea pigs when I was a kid. Not the pea bunny. I don't like the pea bunnies. I'm trying to think of what my guinea pigs were called. But I used to like the sound that guinea pigs make, I called squeeping. And I used to squeep with them. I would squeep like with my guinea pigs. I would squeep back to them and they were very confused. That was probably also not great on my throat, but hey, it was funny. I should just rename my stream when I end up going on rants like that. Therapy with Phedran. Oh, that's that's pretty cute, JR. The pea bunnies are your desert friends. Yeah. I need to remind me to tweet out the screenshot I took yesterday of the peeless destruction ring or whatever I found in Skyrim. I can't believe that just seems like a really weird spelling mistake to still be in the game. Like, just seems like somebody would have caught that. Like, even in like a spell check that would get caught, right? Peeless. I don't think a spell check would be okay with that. I don't know if there's a spell check for Skyrim, but just seems like a weird spelling mistake. Maybe it wasn't a mistake. Maybe somebody put it in there for a laugh. I don't know. I sure laughed. I'd say I could tweet it while I'm streaming, but right now I'm currently not going for my break when I should be, and I'm gonna have less than an hour to play Skyrim tonight. Hello, viral infection. Yeah, drawy gloves. Very nice thumb. Thank you. My nails are stained from the red nail polish I wore last time. So I do need to redo my nails, but I don't know. Bethesda, fix things. Yeah, right. And yet somehow we still aren't on break. Just let me like get to here. I want to do this and then... Yeah, I know. And it was so annoying too because I also just got really pissed off at my nail polish because it was being bad. And I can't really be that mad because it's old and I should probably throw it away. But I don't want to buy all new nail polish. It's expensive. It's not expensive, but you know how it is. What I could do is buy like proper like undercoat and top coat. Maybe that would help fix my problems. I know it wouldn't actually because I have done my nails before. And even with proper undercoat and top coat, I mean, it does not fix everything. All right, well, we're mostly done laying out like the base mountain right now. Like I say, it's getting recognizable, sort of. Still a fuckload of work to do. But we are slowly getting there. All right, enjoy your footy. And I mean, as you can see, I'm not working on the bottom first because then I'll just be smearing it the whole time. Even under... I don't know. It's not so bad. But even with like a piece of paper like that and a glove, like I'll still end up smudging it. So, hey, Steph. Yeah, well, there's like 20 hours at least until that point, like a move. So, yeah. I'm going to take a break and I'm going to put this all away and we're going to play Skyrim for like an hour-ish. I'll be back. All right. So I haven't actually had like any of my snacks, so I may munch a little bit during this segment. I'm sorry in advance if you don't like munching and crunching. All right. Here we go. And hello, Can. Thank you for the hugs. Hey, I'm only 30 hashtag. I don't know what you mean, Steph. Eat the snacks. Nothing wrong with eating the snacks. Well, I mean, I personally don't like the sound of eating noises. So, I can totally empathize. But also, I need to eat some snacks. Oh, you can't see me, huh? You did, son. I have grapes, popcorn, pretzels, chocolate, well, little mini chocolate bars, melon. I have a shrimp and banana candy, and Twiglets, as well as juice. I've been drinking a lot of juice. I actually, on my break, instead of eating snacks, I spent that time going downstairs to get more juice. Yes, if you Google shrimps and bananas, it is a candy. It's kind of like you know the marshmallow banana candy? It's like that, but instead of just having bananas, they also have ones that are shaped like shrimps, and they're apparently raspberry flavored. Oh, I don't think I have the item for whatever this is. That's cool. I like finding these, obviously, like, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. I keep pressing the button too many times. I like finding these areas that have, like, some kind of quest related to them. Because it means there's something to look forward to later. It makes me really curious. But also, we just finished a quest. So where did I need to hand that in? Over here? Yeah, over here. Return to Froki. Yeah, during streams, I generally drink, I say juice. It's basically like, I fill a cup with water and then I put in like this concentrated juice stuff into it. So it's more like water with flavoring than juice, I would say, but it's juice. I don't drink as much water as I should. You just broke that egg. What the hell is that? Oh, okay. I should be drinking like 3 liters of water a day.
Maybe you're not so soft after all.
But I haven't been.
Now you're ready for a
Yeah,
real
squash.
challenge. I'll anoint you with the symbol of the bear, the saber cat, and the mammoth. Tread carefully. These are mighty beasts.
All right.
Here's where you need to go.
Let's go murder some more animals. Well, ghost animals, I guess. Let's have my shrimps and bananas. I need to drink more water. I do drink tea, and lately I've also been drinking... what's it called? I've been drinking Genmai cha. And I've also been drinking... chai. Which both of those have the word for tea in them. Like they are the word for tea or have the word for tea in them. I have a quote about coffee. I want to fill in more of these spots on my map. Genmai cha. I feel like Genmai cha feels really good on my tummy sometimes when, I mean, that sounds so childish, but when I'm having issues and my stomach is just unhappy, sometimes Genmai cha really helps to mellow out my stomach. It's also just delicious. And chai is just, I don't know, the chai I bought, I'm not a huge fan of. It was really cheap, so I guess I can't complain, but it's not very flavorful. So I need to buy a different kind of chai.
Never should have come here.
What? Why? Why should I not have come here? You're stuck in there anyways.
You can't hide from me.
I can, actually.
Can't hide from me.
I can, actually. Oh, you actually have a pretty hard-hitting arrow, apparently. Or at least you staggered me a bit. Meh. Oh, well, I hope that guy wasn't meant to be alive, because he did. I feel like there should be like a note or something. Ah, there's more stuff here. Treasure map. Oh, fuck off. What? Am I always carrying too much? I feel like I am. I really am. I did not think I started with a friggin' full inventory. Come on. Oh, well, I mean, nobody cares about that. Right, I just came out of that one. Well, wait. I don't know. Oh, well, the problem is I'm not wearing all my... Yeah, whatever. I'm just going to wear my stuff for carrying things for now. Fuck all y'all. I'm just going to keep going. I don't feel like going back to my base. What was this place called? Journeyman's Nook. Oh, cleared. There was one dude. Catching up on chat. Yeah, treasure map so heavy, can't move after picking it up. Oh, sorry, Trincard. Have fun. So what is this one? Nope. Although I might know where that is. I don't know. We're just going down here, right? I think. Hey. I'm not wearing my super sneaky boots right now. Here, I'm just trying to get them. Oh, I'm super detected now, huh? What? No, I'm not. I totally was trying to get your attention. This isn't what I'm supposed to be killing, but it's Skyrim. We murder all the time. What? Do you not want to kill me? Okay, I'm standing up now. Are you not interested in murdering me? Oh, come on. Nope. They have now decided to murder me. Oh my god. Ow. That's what happens when I get too feisty. What do I want? Nope. She hurts. A lot. Nope. There we go. Problem with these wisp cores, they roll downhill. Oh, they're there. I need to make some more glass arrows. Or just make a bunch of ebony arrows. That's probably what I should do. I've got a bunch of ebony. I just need to cut a bunch of wood. I do kind of wish there was a... Is there a guy that I could just buy a bunch of wood from? Be a lot faster. It was a simpler time, Steph, before I was quite so sweary. Okay, well, this is not where I needed to be, apparently. Ooh. I like how I'm also still almost at max capacity for carry weight. Also, does... Yeah, the helm mask thing doesn't carry the other stone you used to have, I don't think. Or I fucked it up or something. Or maybe it just doesn't save between saves, because I know before I've done it where I've taken it off and put it on back on again. Oh, Steedstone removed. Okay, well... I don't fucking know. Man. It didn't show it. So it does. Hi. Hi. Alright, even without being sneaky, that was pretty easy. Oh, but now, yeah, now I have more carry weight. So what is up with that? Well, whatever. Is there anything else nearby? Well, let's go see if we can find this cave thing. You remember that, Millicent? God, that was a long ass time ago. I feel like that should actually kill me, just swimming in that water. Hard to forget. I mean, I forget about stuff I say all the time. It was classic, though. I mean, I was so embarrassed. Bleak Coast Cave discovered. Cool. Anything else noticeable? Spiky grass. That was with Jasano, before anybody knew how to pronounce his last name. I don't even know if I pronounce it right anymore, honestly. But I was very particular about trying to pronounce it correctly back then. It's been a while since I've talked to him. Mindcrack Marathon. Even then, didn't really get to talk to him much. I don't think I actually need to kill these guys. But now this one's mad at me. It's all corundum. It looks so sparkly, though. Uh-oh, what's wrong with Brion and Omnirac? What am I saying wrong? Okay, I don't see anything else on my map. I like trying to pick up some of these things. Brienne? Omnirock. I thought I asked about that, and I thought you said that I was okay. I do always say, like, if I'm fucking it up, just tell me. I eventually learn. Just ask Scarovese. Well, let's go here. Brienne? Brienne. Is it Brienne? Brienne? Omnirock. Fucking dragons. Not really, like, actually fucking dragons, but you know what I mean. Hi. Oh, it's just a blood dragon. Nobody cares. Just hurry up and land. Omnirock, Brienne. I'm probably gonna fuck those up for a while. Hi! I like how I say hi to the dragon like it's a cat. Oh, no, I'm gonna be okay. Maybe. But I should probably drop off loot and stuff after I murder whatever it is I'm gonna murder here. Yeah, like, I mean, I generally just pronounce the way things are spelled. Not like in a, like, I'm not saying it like I'm an asshole here. I'm saying it like I pronounce it. I sound it out. That's the word I'm looking for. I just sound it out. I go with my best guess. I actually saw a really good video about pronunciation today. It was the Jet Pens video on German stationery products and companies and pronunciation. I need to go and like rewatch it so I can pronounce things better. They did one on Japanese stationery products and companies and pronunciation. It was really good too. Where the fuck did that other butterfly? There it is. Come back here. Just chasing this butterfly around. Come here. Gotta rip off your wings. I'm sorry. Uh-oh. Am I mispronouncing you? Is it not Legomoof? Am I doing it wrong? I say it fine. Oh no. Who? Who's the guard fighting? Oh. Hey.
Wait, I know you.
Oh, you don't have anything interesting?
There's no mistake.
What?
You're a wanted woman, and it's time to pay for your crimes.
What are you talking about? What? I didn't do anything.
Oh, forgive me, Thane.
I literally was just saying hi. I was gonna help you.
The other way this time. Even the Jarl's influence has
I
its
didn't do
limits.
anything.
More careful.
What have I done wrong? I hate you. I was coming to say hi and help with your problem. But you know, whatever. Fucking jerk. Just kill some more butterflies. I didn't do anything. If I save and talk to him again, is he gonna try and arrest me again?
So you can cast a few spells.
Whatever.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
To kill the green blooms again, all thanks to you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bitch. Why is there a, like, firefly and also butterflies, but I want it? I need to go back and finish 100%ing Breath of the Wild. And also, maybe not 100%ing, but get back to Horizon Zero Dawn again, too. Apropos of nothing, just thinking about open world games. I haven't been looking. Let me look. Hey, here's another bug. If you mean these, torch bug, it's a bit weird, but I think that might be something it's called somewhere. And one of them's blue butterfly. What's the other one called? The fuck? Butterflies are like, they really like hiding. Yeah. I feel like the blue would be like a morpho butterfly maybe, but that's just the first thing that comes into mind. I don't know if I'm right at all. Why is there a strong box? Mine now. Oh, no, that's not a butterfly. Thought it was. Butterflies. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. No. Monarch butterfly. I mean, that's a real butterfly, right? Let me rip off your wings. Eh. Wow, when you get up close to those textures, they're pretty rough. Why hasn't hasn't Breon ever told me that that's not how he says his name, huh? Alright, well, let's discover things and kill things. Yeah. I know, like, I don't know. I do know because it would take effort and time and money, but I feel like there should be more motion control, stuff like that in games. It's definitely rough to swap between like Breath of the Wild and other things and be like, oh, actually, I can't use my bow like this or my gun like this. Like basically just different weapon systems and oh god, please don't touch me. They set a date for the final update for Splatoon, right? And they're combining 2 of the skills and adding a new skill for items, as well as like the new guns or whatever they were gonna add. So those are discovered. That's not. How far away is that? Hey, Athena. Sorry, Guido. Wow, Legamoof. Yeah, same Athena. Good night, JR. Have good dreams. I'm telling your brain that you should have good dreams. You deserve good dreams. That looked weird.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
I need to play more everything. Letter from a friend. You caused a bit of stir. Blah, blah, blah. Skyborn altar. Sounds cool. And apparently it's been added to my map. And I found a farm. And I'm going to steal their wheat, because it's good to make potions out of. Wheat, blue butterflies, blue flowers. That's all you need for health potions at the beginning.
You need something? Talk to my husband. Vantis Lorius.
Oh, for the love of Mara, what
Just
now?
Lorius, if it's all the same to you.
Is something wrong? Is something wrong, she asks? Yes, something is bloody well wrong. Or maybe you missed the demented little man in the jester's garb down by the road? Goes by the name of Cicero? Crazy fool's asked me to fix his broken wagon wheel 5 times. He won't take no for an answer. Why can't he just leave us alone?
Well,
You think this is about money? Have you seen the man? He's completely out of his head. A jester here in Skyrim? Ain't been a merry man in these parts for 100 years. And he's transporting some giant box. Says it's a coffin. And he's going to bury
this sounds
his
really
mother.
suspicious.
Mother, my eye. You could have anything in there. War contraband, weapons, skooma. Ain't no way I'm getting involved in any of that. Well, there is something. There's a guard patrols the road that crazy jester is on. He passes by pretty often. You could report the fool. You know, say he's done something against the law. That will at least get rid of him for me. What do you say? fine, suit yourself. But you're wrong anyway. Just look at the fool. I don't know what it is, but he's damn well guilty of something.
Do you have Mario Kart?
You need something?
Athena?
Talk to my husband. Vantis Lorius.
I have like an eyelash in my
Just
eye.
Lorius, if it's all the same to you.
Good night, JR, if you're still here. How is the Pokemon game, by the way? Have you started that one yet? I think you've already started that one. I think it was... I don't remember if it was in the mail or if you started it, last I heard.
Poor mother. She's been waiting here so long. Stupid farmer and his stupid tools. Why won't he...
You got a problem? Oh, okay, well...
She's been waiting here so long. Stupid farmer and his stupid tools. Why?
So what does the quest say then if I can't talk to him? Convince Lorius or report Cicero. Oh. So I have to convince the guy. Let's go kill a bear instead. Not bad. Ay ay ay. That's a glowing it just sounds so positive. Wait, what? Oh, source of power. I was like, what? Why is there 2 arrows? There should only be a bear. Oh, a bear's over here, apparently. Uh-huh. Yeah, let's fast travel. We might get into a fight immediately, but we'll see. Does that have online? I don't know if you'd actually use it, but maybe that would be... Have you played any of the free games that come with the online? Because I know I haven't. Yeah. I would love to be able to stream Sun or Moon or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon or any of the Pokemon games, but so far haven't got the Switch 3DS to capture yet again. I tried playing... I almost called it Harvest Moon. I tried... Hi! Apparently you just have no... You see through sneaks. I tried playing Stardew today because I was just really wound up and I was trying to unwind. But, like, I tried playing an old save and I was like, I have no fucking clue what I was doing. I don't want to, like, waste time or resources doing something wrong, you know? So then I tried a new save and I'm like, oh my god. New saves. I still haven't seen any of the like new content that was added in that update like ages and ages ago though, and I want to know what it is, but I don't want to look it up. I should probably just look it up. What's over here? Nothing? Something? Oh. Just a random shrine? Let's go hand this in again and see what he says.
Yes. Let's hear it. You do kind proud. Only one challenge remains. Go and defeat the troll champion. Here's where you need to go.
Mm-hmm. Did you play through Ultra Sun and Moon? Or Ultra Sun or Moon, I should say, Athena? Or did you just play the original ones? My map's getting full. Oh, Guardian Troll. I'm gonna go drop stuff off first. Oh, I never ate my shrimp. Or my snacks! I haven't eaten any of my snacks. I've just been playing and talking. I've eaten 0 snacks.
This was as stupid as a feud with Plan Grey Mane.
Is it very different, or is
Tried
it just
mercenary work?
basically the same thing and that's why it's kind of a meh? Or are you just playing other games? Oh, this box is getting overfull. Might have to deal with this off stream. Peerless destruction. I hear Jess picking up carpet. Yeah, just even how slow I'm trying to put things into this chest. Ugh, I need to empty it out. What? That's a quest item. What? How many fucking quests? There's so many things I need to do. So many quests I need to do to just get this stuff out of my inventory.
Honored to see you again, my Thane.
I need to remember to use this white file once in a while. I don't even know how to pronounce it. You know what I mean. It's basically the same thing. Wee mistake. Yeah. Alright. What was I doing? Oh yeah, murdering a guardian troll. Guess we'll just go here. Thought that name sounded familiar. We found his, like, cave or whatever yesterday.
So you can cast a few spells. Am I supposed to be impressed?
No, you're supposed to fuck off. Hi. Sorry. I didn't even see it there. Owie. It's a bitey fish. It didn't bite me, but I thought it was gonna. Ooh. Better watch out. Everything's gonna respawn. Blood moon. Can I hop up here? I don't think so. Can I hop up here? Yes. The answer is yes. Who sees? Like, actually, who sees? Huh? Nobody, apparently. I feel like I came up here once and got myrtleized. We cool. The ritual stone. Oh, this is the raising dead one, probably. That's not what I wanted. Did his body go over the edge? Ugh, of course it did. Well, at least I discovered this. Gray Winter Watch. Apparently. Let's head inside. We did it. Look at all these heads lined up. Oh yeah, I just remembered that I switched to ebony arrows, which definitely would help. Froki's bow. I think we're good. I think we got everything. Probably. All right. Oh, we missed a mushroom. Now we got everything. We can hand this in. Get some sweet rewards. Probably not, but maybe. What is his bow? 10 points of stamina damage. There's so many like huge areas of the map I have not even touched. Hey.
Need something? I don't believe it. I made that bow myself. Been through some messes with it, let me tell you. You know what? I want you to keep it. My great hunts are behind me, but yours are yet to come. Then you finally know what it means to be a true hunter in the Nord way. For this, you have earned the blessing of kind, and can count me as a friend. All right, then.
Okay, what does that do? Was that an item or a thing? That might have been a magic thing. No. So, what is it then? Ah, here we go. Damage taken from animals is reduced 10%. Bows do 5% more damage. That would have been really nice earlier in the game. But hey, it's another quest we're done that I've never done before, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I need to get going on the Thieves Guild stuff, for sure. And figure out what of these quests are actually important and which ones are ones I should never ever touch. I need to Google some of this shit. Be like, where the fuck do I find it? But for now, that is the end of the stream. Nearly 4 hours, just over 3.5 hours stream. And definitely got a lot done on the art. And a fair amount done in Skyrim, considering. I guess I should say almost exactly halfway between 3.5 and 4 hours. But yes, I hope everybody enjoyed. Thank you all for joining me, watching, chatting, lurking. Thanks for all the biddies and the gift subscription. I don't know if there was another subscription. No, just the gift subscription. But yes. Thank you all for hanging out and watching and just doing what you do. I hope everybody enjoyed at least a portion of the stream. My throat is not happy with me. What day is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. I might play with my paints a bit tomorrow. Or I might just draw. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. Depends on the mail and depends on how excited I am to play with my paints. I might be very excited. But yes, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all tomorrow. And good night.